Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to another glorious Saturday Night Live with myself, Cliff, aka Fox It Outdoors. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm having a great week, even though it was an expensive week. Trying to find something to close my door over here. I guess I can use my back scratcher, my scratcher. Yeah, now we're live. Well, that's great. Stupid thing. Take forever. Anyways, well, that one's threw me off. But anyways, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Once again, welcome to the channel. My name is Cliff, aka Fox It Outdoors. Good evening, Cecilia. Early to the party. Awesome, awesome. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is good. Hope the weather isn't too crappy over there. Ah, snap, that hurt. Hey, Mr. Rob on the road. How's it going? Good to see you. Are we currently on the road or are we currently at home? I tightened that thing on there way tight. Ah, much better. Too much mix, not enough water. Ah, that hurt. I smacked myself with a water bottle. How's everybody's weekend so far? Mine is fantastic. I got quite a bit done this week. Videos were put out, so were a couple of update shorts. So we're having a fun week. Dinner was a few hours ago, and that was a quesadilla burger. Scream at him, isn't your name you? See if he'll punch himself. Because that'd be hilarious. Convince him that his name is you, so he'll just do it to himself. But yeah, I ate a couple of hours ago. It was a quesadilla burger, and it was actually really freaking good. That's pretty much all I'm planning for tonight anyway. I will be doing a split live. The first hour is going to be garden talk, plant talk, and whatnot. The second live I'm going to do is going to be an open chat for whatever. So I am not going to sit here and try to run up a 4-hour live. Unfortunately, I have a concert tomorrow, and I got to get all of that squared away. I have a busy week coming up. Yeah, that's everywhere, though, Rob. Crazy's all over the place. Now, if I have to, I can go. I got a pizza that I can throw in the oven. It'll take like 15 minutes. That won't be. I can eat that real quick, and that'll be good if I have to, but I was planning on trying to limit it to one unless it's a good night and everything is going well. Right now, I'm in a freaking good mood. Work kind of irritated me slightly, but it is work. That's what it is. But today, like I said, I'm happy. I picked up another citrus plant at work or at Home Depot. Unfortunately, the Home Depot by where I work does not, for some reason, want to carry citrus. So I've had to acquire both my citrus plants from a Lowe's and the Home Depot down on this side of town where I live by. Well, it's not even on this side of town, but anyways, the other Home Depot over here got me some citrus. Picked up because they had them the other day when I checked. And I asked Jason if he wanted one, but he said no, shipping would be too much. So I picked up myself a Washington Navel Orange. So I have just a Navel Orange and a Washington Navel Orange. I'm hoping that I get something off of my tree this year. I'm really hoping. If not, hopefully next year. Good evening, Drops. Good to see you. Colin, how's it going? Drops got another 200 starts going. I'm still in the process of working on stuff. I don't have a massive area to do whatever I can do, so I have to limit what I can do. At the moment, I just dropped $32 on saffron bulbs or Cronus corms. Sorry, saffron corms. Not corn, corm, C-O-R-M. So hopefully I'll have those in about a week. I wasn't planning on growing saffron, but due to some bit of information, I have decided I'm going to. So there's that. I've also kind of got into a thought that I might be a citrus farmer. I'm still waiting on getting the chickens. The problem is the spot where I'm going to put the chickens, I can't put them there because there's a Jeep, and the Jeep has not moved to its location where it's going to stay permanently. So when that damn thing gets out of the way, I can finish getting my chickens. So the chickens will be sometime in the next 6 months, but like I said, I have to wait for the vehicle that's in the spot where I want to put the chickens to move to Illinois. So once the Jeep is in Illinois, then I can get some chickens and start working on that. Which will be nice. Good evening, Jason. Good to see you all tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. But yeah, so I don't know who caught my short update on the citrus plants. I transplanted them. I'll see what happens within the next week. If they make it or not, it'll be a successful transplant. If they don't make it, then it was an unsuccessful transplant. But I did repot 6 citrus plants, Mexican limes to be exact. I'm not getting chickens from Illinois. I'm getting chickens from New Mexico, from Tractor Supply. The Jeep where I want to put my chickens needs to move to Illinois so I can put my chicken coop over there. So when the Jeep moves to Illinois, that's when I can finish doing my chickens. I'm not getting chickens from Illinois. If I have to, I'm going to go pester my neighbor and get chickens from his ass. But yeah. So citrus got transplanted. So far they're doing good. I've got them in kind of like a shady spot because I don't want them to get too stressed by the sun down here during the first couple of days of transplant. Wait, Bobby. So I do got to put labels in them just so I know which ones they are. At the moment I haven't forgotten, only because they're the only ones that I grew so far, but I do have to put little stakes in them so I know which they are. And if I can continue to do this throughout the next season, if I can do this again and get more plants, I can actually start selling off citrus plants down here for like $15. I'm not going to do this bullshit $30 a plant horse garbage that the big box stores are doing. Them plants are expensive. I understand they're coming from a nursery, but a lot of that stuff is grafted. A lot of it is a grafted stock. The case in point, ow, my feet are killing me. Stupid door. This guy right here. This is the Washington Navel Orange. Rootstock is C54 trifoliate. So, as you can see, where's that? That is a graft. That is a grafted branch onto a rootstock. Do it, Rob. Do it. They grow a lot of citrus in Washington. But see if I can get this thing out. Oh, there we go. A little bit on. So that's the pot. Ooh, that's actually got good rootstock on it. So I'm going to have to transplant that soon. That's got a healthy amount of roots. Why do you not want to fit in this pot now? That's all this crapola on the side. But yeah, ooh. And I see they got the wrong kind of pot for the wrong kind of planter. Plant doesn't sit in there all the way. It's got like about a gap on the bottom. I'm assuming that's basically designed for drainage. But yeah, so there's the. This is what I'm paying every time I buy one of these damn plants. That's what I'm dropping. $29.98. So 30 with tax. It was like $32. But as you can see, that's a really good graft. I got a nice set of triple branches at the top, so this one should grow fairly straight. This one is a weird one, but I can work these out. I can put a spreader in there. And by the way, this thing does have thorns on it. I just noticed a big one over here. Almost poked myself on it. But good foliage on it. Nice top on there. Nothing dead, nothing brown, nothing curling. So I picked this one up because I only need one of these. I already got a navel orange as it is, so I don't need 4 of those. What I currently have, I did write it down because I was bored and I wanted to see how many plants I have. So at the moment, I have 15 citrus plants. 1 Washington navel orange, 1 navel orange. That's the one that's been inside my house. I have 7 Mexican limes now, only because of the 6 starts. I have 2 Mayer lemons, 2 limes, Persian limes, and then 2 key limes, which is what I really wanted, because key limes are good for pies. So I got the pies. So that's where we're at on the citrus. I wish the stuff, and the first time I bought citrus, they were like $14.99. Like 2-3 years ago, they were $14.99 when I bought them. The first like 4 that I bought, and like within a year they doubled in price. I think it's a load of BS. Now, it could just be the fact that they might have had a bad crop year. If you have a bad crop year, yeah, you're going to increase your prices because you want to try to make more money than what you can produce. Supply and demand, as always. Camera, I hate you. I don't know why you did that. It is what it is. Such is life. That's how it goes in the growing community, or when you work in an orchard or any sort of thing like that. Good evening, Grace. How's it going? Good to see you. Rob says he's going to sell his at $14.75 just to give me some competition. Like I said, do it, Rob. See if you can grow citrus over there. Now, it not necessarily means that they grow them in Washington. It just could be a variety of orange. That just happens to be the name of it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Tomato seedlings, or Collins tomato seedlings, are exploding. So I don't know what's going on with here. Oh, Mr. Colin and Mr. Colin. There's that one. I don't either. I've never been to Washington either. Everyone's saying hello to Grace now, and nice. Keep them separated. If they're too close together, just pull them apart and transplant them. But wait till they're like 3-4 inches and then transplant. They don't like being transplanted as seedlings. Oh no, Jason, that sucks. I hope you have better luck with the next sowing. I need to send Jason some of my carrot seeds. Those darn things are freaking immortal. Oh, I know. I'm giving you. I had to just give you flack for that one. Right, Grace? He's like, they're starting to terminate. I'm like, no, bye, carrots. It was nice knowing you. I got mine are popping up. They've been popping up for a couple of days. I got one section. I was looking at them. There's like 15 carrots popping up in like a 1-inch area. I'm like, you turds. I thought I spread you out more. And I was supposed to do it this week, but I didn't get a chance to because of all the other stuff I had to do. I had mentioned in a live previous that I was going to be every 2 weeks. I was going to be planting carrots. I did not get to them this week, so next week I will be planting another batch of carrots in another location. I can only do it. I'm only going to be able to do it like 3 or 4 sections at a time because I'm already starting to run out of space. Used to have a license to terminate. Just don't terminate your garden. Please do not terminate your garden. Those things take forever to get going. But yeah, now the question is, once I get my saffron, where am I going to plant that? So that's going to be a fun one to figure out. According to the packaging, you can plant. They're good in containers, so that'll be an interesting one. And they're bulb, so they'll come back every year. So hopefully they spread like standard bulb rhizomes, and they just keep going, and I can just get a field of it. But yeah, according to a bit of information, if you can grow an acre of saffron, you can make up to $70,000. I don't have an acre of. I don't just have a straight solid acre that I can just dedicate to that, because if I could do that 2 seasons, I'd be freaking rich. I wouldn't even have to worry about money. Especially if I'm doing saffron and citrus. Boy, I'd be making bank hand over fist. Cause, I mean, look, seriously. Oh my God, what am I? Almost got stuck on my chair. $30 a plant for this little thing, and that's grafted. It's a not grafted stock, and they want $30 for that. If I could triple or quadruple what I have now in citrus plants, I can make $400 or $500 just in citrus. Like easy. Gotta go down just a tad bit lower so I can get under my table. Because I'm considering doing that with the 6 that I have out there. But I'm gonna do the same thing again this year. I'm gonna get them ready. I have a system. I found out that I have enough planters from previous plants that we've purchased. I have enough pots that are the same size that I can put them in one of my 16-inch planter basins. It's like 3 inches deep, 2.5 inches deep, somewhere in there. I can put them all around in a circle, and I can get 3 little ones in the middle. And I'm thinking of doing my citrus around the outside, and then 3 more on the inside, and then just setting it in the greenhouse where it's all nice and warm, and just filling that thing with water every couple of days. And hopefully I can get something to germinate that way. I've already purchased the potting soil for it, not soil, potting soil, because that's the easiest thing to grow this stuff in. It stays moist, stays wet, and seedlings don't really need a lot of nutrients until they start getting to a certain stage in life. Evening Obstacle, how's it going? Good to see you tonight. So there you go. Washington Navel Orange is not from Washington. It's just what it's called. So get your thoughts and opinions on that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Or should I do citrus? Should I become a citrus farmer? I mean, I was successful with my citrus as it was this season. I did fairly well. Oh, drops. I think I've already purchased more than that. Way more. I go through freaking soil like crazy over here. I got so many containers and pots I got to fill. It's not even funny. I got about 10 cubic feet of dirt sitting outside right now. Can't even use it because, again, not my day off. grow beans so I can corner the gas market. I will be doing that one. One of the beans I have to plant, or I'm going to try, is the yard long. Yeah, it drops it. Honestly, it would probably be cheaper just to buy a truckload of dirt from a soil company. Because that's what I can do that, but I don't particularly like the soil that the company sells down here. This is the reason why I buy the pre-made stuff or the pre-bagged stuff from like Home Depot and Lowe's. The combination of those, when I mix them together and sift them out and get them the way I want them, turns out really nice. I do need to start adding more organic matter to it when I'm doing these, because the soil is getting too compact and there's nothing breaking it down. Even the worms don't like going through there. So I need to get something that I can shred my hay into finer particles or finer bits, so I can mix that stuff in with the soil and have at least that as a compost breakdown for a looser soil. But I still got to work on clearing off the top of my compost bin, so I can see how well that is doing. Oh, and speaking of which, so I have a 4-inch auger bit. It's not a very long one. Stuck it on the drill, and I hit one of my garden beds with it. I was pulling out tons of tree roots, but the soil that was coming out from the bottom was pristine soil. Like, I'm talking like black gold. That stuff looked so nice. And then I did the same thing in my main garden bed, my 6x3, that's right by my entrance, by the gate entrance. I popped a hole in that one. That soil came out like a light brown, which was weird, but it was also really dry. So I got to completely hydrate that entire section. But what I did is, while I had the hole there, I filled that sucker with water 3 times to hopefully saturate as much as I could. Jesus Christ, $400 for a truckload? God, I can get for like $50. They just go over there with a big old front end loader, just load that thing up, just drop it in a trailer, and that's what you get for $50. But yeah, so yeah, see, that's if you're getting that stuff at like whatever box store or hardware, not, I guess whatever outdoor garden center you're getting that from, yeah, it's not too bad. $4.79 for 2 cubic foot. That's a decent price of stuff. I pay like $8 for that over here, but sometimes they're cheaper depending on where you go, which ones you buy. So, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what I can do this year. Like I said, I still feel it in my gut that it's going to be a really good crop season, a really good season, even though I lost some of my plant starts due to the cold. That unforgiving and unwelcome cold snap right after the 15th. But everything else, man, true, I agree with you there. It is what it is. So everything else is going to be, I'm really looking forward to it. All my potatoes, I don't know if anybody caught the last video. I did a garden update for the 24th. I think I posted that one right away. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I posted that one like almost after I did it. So that would have been Thursday's video. I'm fairly certain I posted that. Where is it at? Content. My brain just shut off all of a sudden. Yeah, 24th garden update should have had everything in it. My citrus one is doing okay. Wish it was doing a little better, but it is what it is. For some reason, I did almost 4K on the free garden material when I was showing the video of me disassembling pallets. I've gotten almost 4K on that one. But my last few shorts have been killing it. All of them are busted over 1,000, so I'm happy there. Good on me for that one at least. But yeah, so I got that one. Got those going. That's fine. I'm not forcing anybody to watch them. They're just out there for quick bits of information for those who are curious about what I'm doing in the garden or in the greenhouse. Or I didn't put a short out today. Yesterday I did. I put out a short yesterday. That was the citrus update. I was going to do it from Thursday, but I completely forgot. But I was busy by the time I got done with everything, it was already dark when I ran out of ability to do stuff. And then my flashlight died on me, which really sucked. I was using that as a headlamp, and it kicked out on me while I was watering a plant. I was like, well, I guess that's the end of that. So, killed me on that one, but hey, it is what it is. Rage charged it, and we're good to go. Ooh, Rob put out a short. I'll have to see if I can find it. I won't stop itching. For some reason, just started. No reason. No rhyme or reason. It's gonna be dumb today. Yeah, those were the ones I did in the garden update video. I was transplanting citrus plants, 2 of which I had to completely destroy the pot that the root ball or the dirt that they were in, because the roots were intermingled, and I didn't want to just pull them apart and destroy half the root system. So I carefully took all the dirt off, and the one that I wasn't transplanting, I covered with soil so the roots wouldn't dry out. And then instantly transplanted the other one with the roots, made sure the roots were all loose, and packed all the dirt around them gently so I wouldn't disturb or kill them. So far, so good. They're holding. I do have to add a little bit of dirt to 2 of them, but I should be okay otherwise. Aside from that, I'm not currently seeing any sort of degradation in the plant. I did make sure I saturated the soil very heavily so it would stay moist for a few days. This way I don't have to worry about it, because Monday and Tuesday I am not going to get home until late at night due to work stuff. So that's going to kind of kill me there for watering my plants. But like I said, I've got them in a shady spot, so they get a couple of hours of sunlight, and then they're in the shade the rest of the day to cool off. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to burn them in the sun. I don't want to fry the roots. They're only in like an 8-inch pot. So I want to see how tall I can get them in that pot. And I'll probably just sell them with the pots that way. Because I mean, I can always go and buy more pots. Pots are easy enough to buy. I mean, they don't cost me much. I'm really not too bad. The cost on pots really doesn't bother me too bad either way. So if I'm selling my plant for $15 off a plant that I was able to germinate myself through my own means, really the only cost I'm out is the pot and the dirt that it's going in, and I really don't care. Oop, that sucks. Yep, stay safe. Don't get electrocuted. Unless you feel like getting electrocuted, in which case, by all means, get electrocuted. But that's only if you want to get electrocuted. Me personally, some days I want to, but other days I'm just like, meh. I'll still have to work in the morning. But let's see. I'm still working on trying to do lemons. I still got my seeds up here, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them to germinate at this point, which I should be able to, because I did the same thing with the limes. I waited till the limes were almost dried. The seeds were completely dry, and then I planted them and managed to get 6 out of 12. So I'd say 50. I'd 50% survival rate, 75% germination rate is what I had on the seeds from homegrown. I would say that's fairly good considering it's hard to grow citrus in my area just due to the climate itself as being too hot and dry. I'm going to do the same experiment next year or something similar. See if I can't get them started in smaller pots. If I still have any of my like 3-inch pots. Currently Drops has squash ones, gourmet green and salad, and ones for tomatillos and okra and salsa stuff for Mexican food. Are you talking about planters or seed starts? Context makes things so much clearer. If you would, sir. A little bit of context behind that. The only thing I've ever seen germinate that fast is usually onion. So you got to have, I'm assuming you've got that on a warming pad under a grow light in order to get it to go in 2 days. Because I think the fastest I've ever gotten anything to germinate was like 4 days, and I got lucky because my greenhouse helped. Oh, my foot's killing me. Let's move that one over there. We go. Need to get all this stuff out from under my area so I have more room. I just realized I do not have my YouTube chat out, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother with it anyway because in 30 minutes this live will be over. Pots you are making for sale. Gotcha. I could probably do squash. That wouldn't take me long at all. I could probably get those to germinate in a couple of days, especially if I have them in my greenhouse and they're nice and wet. Although I don't know, that'd probably be a better start off for my chili peppers if I'm doing it that way. For seed germination, because pepper seeds love heat. I could probably do hot peppers that way quicker than snot. Yeah, the term I was going for is lickety split. I do not want okra seeds. Thank you very much. I will gracefully decline that offer. I have no use for okra. Nobody in my family eats it. Don't want parsnips either. I got certain things I'm growing and certain things I can grow. Because if I wanted, I do not have the space to grow. If I had like 2 to 10 acres, I could grow everything. I could grow everything we're suggesting, all of this stuff. In my boxes over here. I would love to get more beans growing. Oh man. If I had the space to do it, I would do solid trellises. And I'm talking like the standard cattle panel. I'm talking 2x4 grid cattle panel. 5 by 16. I would love to get those straight at like a 45, peaked onto a framework so they don't sag. I'd also have to run metal posts down the side so the cattle panel doesn't sag. And I would run beans, all 4 sides. A variety of beans on each one. That's 5 foot wide, 16 foot high. I'd get so many freaking beans off that. It wouldn't even be funny. That's a decent price for an acre with hookups with electric. Yeah, my Ghost is doing okay, but it's not doing great. I might have to just redo it and try again. Rob, it's growing a UK supply of hollyhock this year. That's funny. It's like rabbit grass, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's like a cross between, looks like a snapdragon and a I want to say like a daisy. Good lord, those things are. Huh. It's a nice plant. Wonder what that does for pollinators, if that brings in a lot of pollinators. And as I said, decent price for that. Oh, nice. Damn, 10 feet, that's crazy. All right, not bad for 1,200 for an acre. That's not too bad. I mean, especially if you're getting water, sewer, and electric. That's a fairly decent price. Bees freaking love them. Bee math. Yeah, I was walking around my property. Well, it's not my property. The property, trying to figure out where I can grow freaking artichoke. I cannot find anywhere on the property where I can stick them where they won't be a damn problem. You're supposed to space those things 3 to 5 feet apart, and I don't have anywhere that I can just. If I grow any of them, it's like one here, one there, one way over there. I don't know. When did you send that to me? Ooh, nice. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, for a lot of the times during the yeah, I don't know. I don't check my Instagram during the daytime when I'm at work. 255. No, I did not see that. Again, I don't usually check my Instagram when I'm at work. The only thing I listen to at my work is my radio or my music. Sometimes if I have enough time, I'll check, but I don't always check I don't always pay attention to Instagram. It'll be 8K here without a house on it. Jesus, 8K for dirt for just dry land? That's some BS. Should better have a gold brick under there somewhere. I ain't paying no $8,000 for an acre. Unless that's backing a lake. No way in hell. Yeah, assuming it's legal to put the tiny home on there. So let's see what else. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where I want to plant freaking artichoke. But the planting instructions are 3 to 5 feet. Then again, I have nowhere that I can think of that would be beneficial to plant them where they won't be in the way or cause me problems when I'm walking. And I don't really have anywhere else I can plant them that'll be beneficial. Ah, crap. I was supposed to label a plant today. And now I forgot what I put in the planter. That sucks. That really sucks. That really sucks. Suppose I could go dig out the plant, the seed. Well, I didn't have time to label it when I was doing it because I put the freaking plant in there at like 11:30 at night. Or, well, no, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I was going to put the label in it today or yesterday. I don't remember. And now I forgot. What up, Blakey? Wakey, Blakey? Hey, now that you're here, you can answer my question. Did you get that freaking message I sent you like last week? Or like 2 weeks ago? Sorry, 2 weeks ago. For Easter. I found 3 of them damn bags, boy. I'm going to be eating them damn candies till like October. No, seriously, now I can't remember what I put in there. Mother of Hades. I straight sent it directly to your messenger. To your freak, I texted that thing to you. Like straight up. Sent that like 2 weeks ago. Let's see, where's it at? Although the stupid thing decided it wanted to autocorrect me. I sent it April 16th. So, 10 days ago. And there was another one, too, that I had planted. I had put 2 seeds in the ground. Mother shit. Oh, potatoes. That's what it was. It was potatoes. Standard, I think they were just the standard russet potatoes, or brown, like the normal brown potatoes. I had some on the top of my compost bin. I guess they were growing in the compost bucket we had, so we tossed all our stuff over here after a couple of weeks. And I was rummaging through it, which reluctantly, and I found a whole bunch of potatoes. So I went and planted a bunch of potatoes in like 3 different sections to see where they'll grow better. Ooh, nice. Lemons, nice. Yeah, lemons are weird. They'll start now, but you harvest them in like September, which absolutely boggles the mind. It's like, why would you harvest a lemon in September? But yeah, dude, no, lemons are fun. I like lemons. I don't. You guys should remember when I got lemons last year. I made my own lemonade. Used like 2 lemons. Actually, I think I used 1 lemon because that stuff was strong as hell. Those lemons were freaking crazy. I got to give them more fertilizer, though. I think once I prune that bush a little bit more, and I can get it to grow more up and then out, I'll be able to get more stuff off of it. I kind of want to do it with limes, too. I want to do like a limeade. It's the same thing as lemonade, just with limes. It's just green instead of yellow. But, yeah. So I want to do that. I really can't wait till I get some oranges to make myself some free orange juice. Orange juice. Plus the rinds from the citrus plants, I peel those off. I can dry those out and use them for other things. Welcome back. I was unaware that you had snuck. Oh, he did say be right back. Well, I apologize. I straight missed. I'm not even drinking yet, and I missed that one. Wow. Sorry, internet thingy. But yeah, so it looks like everybody's doing good with citrus or citruses this year. That's a plus. Anybody else aside from myself and Blake? Yeah, that's about where mine's at. I transplanted it the other day. I got another one I got to put in a pot too. But oh, you missed it earlier, Blake. So I got a list right here. This is Focus. That is my list of citrus plants that I currently have as of today. You guys can go ahead and pause just so you can take a look at it, but that is what I currently have. Oh my God, that thing actually focused almost automatically. And my recent acquisition was this guy here, which is the Washington orange. Pretty good size. I'm going to have to get all of these transplanted. I do like the fact that these actually came labeled. So that right there is the nursery. If it wants to get my fat head out of the way, maybe it'll focus. Focus your butt. I think it's trying to focus on my hands. It's a Brightleaf Nursery. Brightleaf Citrus Nursery. So I might see about getting with them to... Ooh, these are self-pollinating both indoors and outdoors. This one does actually come with a really nice care instructions list. So I'm going to use that same list for all of my plants. I'm just going to cut that off and just nail it somewhere. Or put it on something so I have a nice little... Oh, here we go. Jesus Christ, these actually came all the way from Florida. So these came all the way from Lake Panaskowski, Florida. So anybody in the Florida region, or I guess Blake can probably, Blake, these guys would actually probably be close to you. There's the, let me throw this, see if I can get this to actually focus. There we go. Screenshot that one, Blake. That's the place that you can get them from. So there's all of the information, website, and everything. Hey, good evening, Molly. How's it going? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Blake said he got a key lime, navel orange, kumquat, and Mayer lemons. Jason's apple tree is about to bloom, which is good. This thing is going to take a second to focus. Hopefully, it will. Let's go back to focusing on this. Oh, apples would probably do great down there. Because you don't have a hard freeze, do you? In Georgia? Does Georgia have a hard winter freeze? Sorry. Because that's usually the only thing that'll stop an apple tree. In a young apple tree is a hard freeze. Your fig tree has a pile on it. A pile of what? Figs? Let me see if I can get this thing to focus on it. Because it's focused on that, and then... Ooh, now it doesn't want it. They do. But not like subarctic temperatures. They like chill hours, yes. Come on. All right. Sorry, folks. Give me a second. My camera's being a turd. There we go. Yeah, but no, they should. Apples should do great in your area, though, Blake, because you've got that moisture content. Apple trees like moisture. So I think in your area, they would do real well. Rip drops his internet, apparently is crapping out. Don't know on that one there, Rob. Kind of got me lost on that statement. But we will be, Blake, just to let you know, this first hour is only going to be talking about gardening and citrus, citrons, and other fruits and veggies. And then I will be at the 1 hour mark. I will be ending this live and restarting another one for just all around general purpose chat. This way I can maybe get a decent amount of rewatch views just on Citrus. And then hopefully the other one can get me some decent views on, just rewatchability for just a variety of random questions. May or may not be gardening related, but it will be outdoor stuff. So just letting you know now. That way you don't think we're leaving you high and dry all of a sudden out of nowhere. I am giving you information. This way you have it. So, does anybody have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns? Throw them down in the chat. Yes, we can grow mulberries down here like nobody's business. Those things grow everywhere down here. Most people that have them don't even like the darn tree in their property because pawpaws grow down here all over. Well, technically, I could probably grow down there, but although that is a southern tropic plant. Native to the eastern United States, southern Ontario, Canada, producing. Ooh, I might actually be able to grow those here. But it's probably northeastern United States, so let's see if I can. There we go. Yes. Zones 5 through 9. I'm technically 7, so I could technically grow them over here, but it does say I need 400 hours of winter chill for proper fruit propagation. With hot summers and mild to cool winters. So I actually could. They require warm to hot summers with a minimum of 160 free frost days and mild to cold winters with at least 400 hours of winter chill. So technically, yes, I probably could grow pawpaws down here. Whether or not anybody around here is going to eat them is a whole nother story. Yeah, see if you can get some pawpaw seeds from somebody and try to grow them. I don't particularly have a use for them in my area, so I don't know anybody that's ever eaten one or would even bother eating one. Therefore, I'm currently not going to try to grow them. As at the current moment, I'm going to be struggling to find space for a lot of the stuff that I do currently have, plant-wise. I had a list of stuff I was going to plant, and I've already exceeded that by way more than I expected. I still have planting space, mind you. I probably got about 40 more containers I can plant things in. The only problem is finding places around the yard to put the containers. Because I've got majority of my stuff is up front on this side of the yard. And then I have like a few things in the back, mainly my apple trees, just because that's where they went. Yeah, see, there you go, Blake. Grab a couple of pawpaws and see if you can grow your own pawpaw trees. Or bush. I didn't notice whether or not it said if it was a bush or a tree. Wasn't paying attention. But could be worth it. Could be a good money maker if you have the right market for it. I think with the sporadic sale of citrus around the city in my local hardware store garden centers. I should just start saying garden centers. Yeah, I believe that's the proper method of germinating them. You get them in a wet, like a moist paper towel, and you stick them in a Ziploc bag in the fridge, and they tend to start once they get to a certain point, they just germinate on their own. Yes, he did. As that is the true case, he did indeed teach us how to pick those pawpaws. Might have to actually look at getting a vendor's license. So if I can get a vendor's license, then I can actually legally sell citrus plants. But I don't think I would sell them if they're less than 10 inches tall, maybe 8 inches. I don't know, somewhere around there. So I mean, look at the ungodly. I mean, fruit prices for most fruit plants, vegetable plants, are roughly within the $5 to $10 range, depending on the plant. Um, Herbs, for the most part, are in the same category, unless it's like the bushes. So like things like rosemary, tarragon bushes, oregano, stuff like that. Those are usually like anywhere between $5 to $20. Well, I'd say $10 to $20. But I mean, it just depends. Uh, where was I? I was at Home Depot the other day. Yeah, it was yesterday. I was over there because I was, like I said, I was checking for stuff, and I was shocked because they had citrus, but I was only there for one reason. I needed more planter tags because I completely ran out. So I went there looking for the tea planter tags, and I got the large ones. I wanted the smaller ones, but they only had the pack of large ones. But so while I was there, I saw the citrus, but I was going through the veggie aisles, and it was like the Bonnie was doing like 3 for $5 or something like that plants, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, or 3 for $10, something like that, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I could probably get 12 plants for that price, because I was looking through the plants, and some of those planters, those little cup starts, had 2 to 3 plants in each one. Those are the plants you buy. I've said this before. Do not get the nursery plants if that damn thing only has one stem in it. Look for the pots or pot starts that have 2 to 3 stems growing in them. That's where you're getting your money's worth, because you're paying $5 for one of those pots, which means you're paying $5 for one plant. If you do the math breakdown and you get one with 3, you're now paying $5 for 3 plants. So you're paying like $1.35 per plant, or like $1.70 per plant, or something like that. I don't know, maybe brain did the math on here, because I know if you're doing it like $5 a pot and there's 2 of them in there, you're paying $2.50, because they are $4.99. So we'll just say 5 divided by 3. You're paying, yeah, $1.66. So I was really relatively close. It's like according to the thing, it's like a cross between a what is it? Freaking pineapple and like an orange, I think is what it said. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So 1.6 for 3 of them, but that's how you get your plants. And I know a lot of gardeners, YouTubers, and other where we're at in the gardening community. They'll tell you the same thing. Do not buy the ones with a single plant in it. Buy the one. Rummage through that stuff, and get the plant starts that have like 2 to 3 plant starts in them. Hey Deb, how's it going? Just to let you know, this live will be ending here very shortly. I will be starting another one here, probably within the next 3 to 5 minutes once I get it started. This particular live, we're only talking about citrus, veggies, and other gardening stuff. I'm trying to keep my stuff separated so I can get at least some rewatchability. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment in time, Deb, again, thank you for stopping by, but I will be starting another live here briefly. Thank you for joining me, folks. We can continue this conversation on the next one. I do just want to keep these ones short. So Thanks again for coming by. This is going to be Foxit Outdoors at AK Cliff signing off. I will catch you guys in the next stream here. Just a brief moment. Catch you all later.